Ed, you there? All right, let's do this again. I've gone live. I just need to copy the URL. Where is the settings? Where are the bloody settings? Stream settings. Where is it? Where is the fetch YouTube? YouTube.com. Yes, that's what it'll be this time. So where is my... Yeah, I will. I'm just quickly trying to find the... All right, so... No, it's fine. I just want to copy this, and I'm going to go into Discord, and I'm going to go... Let's try that again. I know. Nope, you won't. All right, I'm going to have 2 mouthfuls of food, and then we will kick this off. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't see it because I get a preview, and I see it all. Just I didn't see it all. All right, so we're now live. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight. We're actually on the grid, so I'm just going to go straight through. So it's a webcam feed now. And if it's flipped, then I apologize, but that's the webcam feed straight out. So you'll see that live. So I'm just going to quickly now do this one. Can you hear that, Ed? Yep. Check the audio on the screen. No sound on the screen. Not good. Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? 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 Yeah.    Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.    Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.    Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking as well? Yeah.   Can you hear us talking Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second attempt at showing the V8 Veterans over 50s round 2 from Mid Ohio. So, unfortunately, someone didn't press the go live button last time, so we didn't actually broadcast what is the race. But this race it's okay. I think it's probably it's absolutely, I think, one of the better races that we've ever seen. I'm Bruce McLeod. I'm joined with Ed Cullen. And we are sitting here on the grid after completing qualifying. And I'm just going to quickly run through our starting grid here at Mid Ohio. If I can click on the right buttons, we should actually see something. I don't know why. Oh my god, this is just going so well already again, Ed. How are you, Ed? Oh, that's okay. I realise what's going on now. Yeah, okay. What I can do is I can turn one of those off, and we can hide this because I don't know what's going on. We want to be showing this one. We don't want to see the results from practice. What we want to instead see is our qualifying. So, Lorne McKee, now give me one moment, and I'll just quickly fix something up for Ed, so he can only see one stream, not two. Lorne McKee took pole position from Chris Blanchard with a 1:32.6. Now, track conditions are very damp at the start of this race, so I'll show you the weather in a moment. Coming up on row 2, we had Mark Houghton from Matt Vanderkrant. Row 3, we had Matty Parker from Ray Smith from Infinity Motorsport. Andrew Littler from Darren Crosby on row 4. Row 5, Derek Lovegrove from Daryl Callahan. Reg James from Scott Weston. And John telling us that he's not sure that Ed's mic's working. It's because Ed's not speaking just yet. Ed, do you want to just quickly say hello to our friends, including Mr. John Latham? All right, so I think just one more time, Ed. There we go. I can definitely hear an audio from you. We'll see if John gives us that thing. Moving back to the grid. Scott McKenzie alongside Craig Healy from EWT Racing. Adrian Zeal alongside Stuart Hall. Wayne Reynolds alongside Rick Vigar on row 9. Dean Flavell alongside Roy Clark from Banner Alliance Racing on row 10. Jeff Sanford from Player 1 alongside Jason Judd from SAR Racing on row 11. So Spaghetti Arms Racing. I always wonder what that stood for. John's telling me there's no audio on the stream at all, which is interesting because I just heard it. Please bear with me one moment. I love it when a plan doesn't come together and things don't work according to plan. I'm going to quickly just jump into this account, and I'm going to apologise if anyone hears something that they shouldn't. I'm just going to quickly go to this channel and load up a video. No, not that one. Going to go back and go to this one and go live. So you can hear me, but no Ed, which is interesting. So, low rated driver, can you hear Ed now? No, I'm just trying to see who guys hear Ed. They should be able to. I don't know why they can't. Get a kick moving, and we'll get this thing moving underway. I don't know why they can't hear you, Ed. I'm going to quickly make one little change and just confirm that things are working. I'll do that. And can you hear Ed now out there on the land of chat?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
All right.
Can you hear me? Over.
And so with that, we are going to go Still loud and clear on me, but no Mr. Ed. What about now? I don't know why they can't not hear Mr. Ed.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello out there.
Because I can definitely see your Ed. I can hear him now. All right, that's it. Let's get this show on a road. And we're going to focus on... quickly, let me do... Oh, my God, this mouse of mine is driving me completely insane. And I'm going to go to...
And Bruce, is that the one that never clicked the green go button? That mouse, maybe.
No, it is that. It is that one. Thanks for that, Ed. Where is? I'm just missing a window. I'm just going to quickly find it, and then I'll get settled in, and then we will go from here. Now I don't know why I can't see this screen. Now I should be able to see it. Here we go. Right, this is what we wanted to see, and I'm going to go to the right camera, and then we're going to go to this, and then we're going to get this race underway.
So, a very interesting one. First one with a very waterlogged, soggy track.
It is, and right now we're just going to jump forward to the start. And off we go. We're off and racing. So this track is very damp. So we had, if I could just bring up the weather to see what we saw before. So we can't see it on here, but the track is really quite damp. What we had was a good 30-40 minutes of, well, a good hour of rain in the practice session, with half of that abating. And once again, we're a bit all over the place, jumping around from a data point of view, which is in the replay file, unfortunately. Currently following Chris Blanchard. This should clear itself up shortly. We're going to go and have a look at the start. So we currently have Lord McKee out in front from Chris Blanchard in P2. We're on board with Mark Houghton. Well, at least we were. Jumping back in the pack.
Pretty tight back there.
Yeah, no, it is. And hearing the first of our incidents. And that looks like that's not going to work. There's a bit of drama going on with the replay data. Which will settle down. Just following Matty Parker around, and I'll bring up and have a look where we are. So unfortunately our intervals don't work terribly well on the replay with the data dropping in and out, so we'll just give it a couple of laps to settle down. Had a bit of a data issue at the start of the race as we came in. So Matty Parker currently in P2 with Chris Blanchard at the back. Matty going a bit wide there. So Ed, watching this the second time around, do you want to talk us through your thoughts on these track conditions?
They are very wet at the moment, as we can see. Poor old Matty Parker coming off. That corner in particular was very tricky. I think the gravel had played a bit of to make things worse. A lot of these drivers, their first race out on the wet, just got into the back of him there.
Yep.
Unfortunately, look, there's going to be a lot of mistakes made tonight. I think a lot of these guys are, still finding their feet. Now, to make things worse, it was, pouring in practice, and now the tracks are drying out for the race. So we're going to get this 50-50 wet-dry scenario happening. So
Yep.
this will be the wettest it gets, but
As that track currently dries out from here. So let's go back out the front and look at our leader. Which should be... my data's all over the place, unfortunately. Given those challenges I had earlier. Give it a lap and it should sort itself out.
yeah, I'm trying to link myself up with you too at the moment.
Yeah, it's currently telling me that Simon Farrington is in that position, which he most definitely is not. I'm just going to quickly reboot the timing software. Because it did have this issue during the actual broadcast proper, where I did lose the timing data. We are running from a replay file, so the replay file is actually missing that data from the file. So we'll come back and have a look as we still follow Matty Parker as he goes wide again.
On the same corner.
On the same corner, showing how tricky these conditions are.
There's Peter Keller up
Peter
the
Kelleher's
inside. Make it thick.
on the outside.
Couldn't get it to stick.
Let's go back to our leaders. I'll reload the software back up again. And hopefully now... we've got our data where it should be. So currently we've got Lorne McKee in P1 from Mark Houghton in P2. Yes, that is correct. Matty Van of Cran in P3. I'm going to bring up our intervals that are working. But it's not yet. So let's wait and see where they go across the strike. And see what we are able to see.
What laps is for you, Bruce?
Not lap 42, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So we can just ignore that. Unfortunately, this is what happens with retail files. We'll do some of the data. So what is correct, though, is we have Lorne McKee currently leading from Mark Houghton in P2. As we're going on board. Just going to quickly check that what I'm seeing is correct.
No.
Doesn't look like it is.
No, I've got the same problem with mine as well.
So one thing we have just seen though is the safety car has been called. Well, I thought the same thing at the same time. So with that safety car being called coming in, we're seeing these drivers come in. So, Troy Parker, Troy Strone Street, Mark Houghton all coming in. Now, one thing I'm going to try and see if we can show, as we did before, it may not give it to us. which is the tyre compound information, and it's not going to do it. One thing that does look to be happening, though, Ed, is it looks like
Sorting itself out.
the timing data is sorting itself out. So let's just go on board with if I get my mouse across the screen where it should be. So our standings are now working sort of correctly. Matty van der Kran's in the lead. From Reg James in P2 and Zippy Zeal in P3. Currently on track. There's one car in between them and the safety car. So track definitely starting to dry out now. We're sort of seeing, still too early definitely to go to wets. If that makes sense. And let's turn the gap off.
Hey,
which
Brad.
is currently working.
Hey, you on Ed? You still
Uh,
live or what?
yes, we're live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Currently rebroadcasting. So, just been joined in commentary by Brad Doble. Hello, Brad.
Hey, you on Bruce?
Didn't necessarily expect us to be live. Now, you were saying before how you thought you'd have some interesting comments. Did you watch this race from a spotter's point of view?
Yes.
So it's definitely gets interesting. So we're currently under the first safety car. So we're back around lap, I don't know what, because the data is not telling me the lap count that we're on, which is not super helpful. But there we go. So under the first safety car. Data's not quite right because we've got Matt van der Kran in P2 and there's one car ahead of him on track, which would be...
Safety car.
No.
Sorry, that was a joke, please.
I know. Oops, sorry. We don't do that. It would be... Going the wrong way.
It's like Will Monroe, I think.
Yeah. Someone who's stayed out. Just trying to find who it is.
Crazy race.
But I keep jumping around.
Oh, well, Matty was in the pit. Well, I don't know how. Yeah, you got Matt now.
Yeah. So it's definitely telling me there's a car in front of Matt. It's not telling me who it is, which is super helpful. And that's okay. So that explains it. So we're now doing the wave around. So it probably was. It was Will Monroe. I think it's just getting waved around. So with the wave rounds happening, we're back to our normal order. So Matty van der Kran ahead of Reg James and Zippy Zeal. Rick Vigar in P4, Roy Clark P5, Lon Mackay in P6, Richard Brella and Mark out. Now let's just have a quick look and see if the data's coming back, which may not be.
It's James.
And it's not.
No, it
is-
just hasn't even cleared out a JRT either.
No. So, yeah, it's...
Got some, but the others are still showing there.
yeah, so it's not being helpful, unfortunately. So there you go. So we're going to go for at least one more lap under the safety car. I could be cheeky and skip it. Guys around the back. Coming around the back, I think. It's on board with Matty van der Kran. And let's have a look and see at our pit stops. Obviously, all these guys at the head still not stopping. We definitely did have a few guys electing to go in. So from what I can tell, we had a lot of stops going in. It's like half the field, from what I can see. Looking for a restart this time around. Matty trying to keep a bit of temperature in those tyres. Good looking Angry Birds liveries out in front. Alright, our safety car's pulling away.
Track's still quite waterlogged and soggy.
Yeah, it's definitely very damp. I think what was interesting, from what we could tell at this stage, is Mr. Roy Clark appeared to be out there actually on slicks. Now, I'm not sure if he was or not, but we do think that was the case. So, Roy Clark in P4, Rick Vigar P3, Reg James in P2, Matt Bettercram in P1 as we come around for our restart. Safety cars just hit pit lane.
They're off.
Yep. Looking back in the pack, I'm board with Andrew Hoffman, who's in behind John Van Ree. So definitely got all these splits well and truly mixed up at the moment.
With a very soggy track.
Yep.
Most of them. Oh.
Darryl Callahan making a move up the inside of Andrew Listener. Coming out of turn one on the restart for him. John Van Ree in behind Bretton O'Brien. Stephen Kennedy out there looking for that grip. Coming in through. I'm not sure what these corners are called exactly. Oh, let's have a look. Gary Crosby definitely having a look all at the back of Andrew Johnston.
All taking it easy at the moment. Nothing major happening.
Nothing crazy going on. Yeah, so Roy Clark confirmed he definitely was on splits. Crazy man, Roy Clark. But it's working for you at this point in the race, up at P3.
Always wanted to do something a bit different, Roy.
At this point of the race, I think the slicks are probably the right way to go, I think. The track seems to be drying out a bit.
There we go. There's a...
Oh. Stage left.
Yeah, bit of action going on there for...
So Reg's doing quite well, holding on to second. Lauren Mackey in third. Clarkey in fourth with his dry tyres. It looks like a dry line is appearing.
Yep, absolutely.
There's a lot of moisture around. Look at the rooster tails.
This battle's all up and down the field. Meanwhile, out in front.
Oh, he's right. No, who was that?
That was
Reg.
Roy.
No, I was just saying Reg slide through that top one. Yeah, you can see the windscreen wiper going. So there's quite a bit of moisture still there. Hey, Luke.
Evening, gentlemen.
How you going,
Hey,
mate?
hey.
Oh, fucking tired now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're doing a rebroadcast because someone forgot to hit the play button.
Okay.
So we're actually
So what-
we're actually broadcasting a replay. Currently up to around lap 10. So the first safety car's just gone in.
Hey, you're welcome to hang around, brother.
Oh, yeah, I might do.
It's not like you don't do it on a Saturday afternoon. Well, it's Saturday night for you guys, Saturday afternoon for me.
Yeah, you had a really easy evening by what I saw.
Yeah, just I heard you were not off there at one stage.
Oh, it was pretty calm for a little bit.
Ah.
I won't say anymore.
Oh yeah, nothing brings out the.
Clarkie's definitely got some pace here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, those slicks are working for him.
There he goes.
It's a pretty...
yes.
As long as you stick to the dry line.
Right. Oh yeah.
The moment
That
you
wet.
tap the wet, you
Oh.
are straight off and into the fence. So, doing a good job here.
He is. Who else we got? I mean, someone in the.
And Matt gone into the pits.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Roy's gone up to. This was quite interesting. This bit. So just watch Roy here because he's on dries where the rest of the guys are on wets.
Yeah, so now it's definitely getting to that stage of the race where those slicks are really starting to work, as long as you can stay on line.
So did everyone start on wet?
No.
No. So Roy started on dries,
Yep.
and it's paying the dividends for him now.
He's definitely got pace over him.
But he's also shown a good skill here not to hit the damp spots.
Yep.
Because if he drops a wheel in one of those damp lines or puddles, like you said, Brad, he's
got no steer at all.
on an excursion.
Yep. It's a very fine line. It's big gamble to take the wets or the dries in this race.
Yeah. Oh. Reg just got pushed
There's
around
Reg.
on turn one. I think I'm a tad fast on these guys.
Yep. So Reg's definitely got a bit of a helping hand around there.
Which is unfortunate. Because he was going so well.
Oh,
That's-
it's Pete. A little bit of drifting.
It's Andreas Hoffy. So it's all happening. It's this is a stage where definitely slicks were an option. Wets, majority of field still on wets, but if you went offline with those slicks, you were going to be in a bit of trouble.
You're going to be a world of pain.
Meanwhile,
Already, Clarkie's pulled out a 6.5 second lead,
yep,
but he's not having to dice with anyone, and he's driving really well.
It's fine. You should have cruise control. Hit the marks.
yep.
Did they have a 70% tank or 100%?
Only 50 litres, I think, Luke.
50 litres at the start with 100% fill, I think.
Okay.
Go on board with the lawn. See, it's still quite moist.
Yeah. And of course, if you've got the wets, you could afford to, I mean, wets would have been the safe bet, really.
Scott Weston all over the back of AJ. A bit further back down.
Definitely a big gamble. You take the wets, you
Yeah,
sit
it's
in a
just,
dry line, your wets heat up, and you got no grip either.
but
So,
Brad, it would have been more of a safe bet
yeah,
because if you did pick up the wet line, like look at them there, you know, two abreast, and that means you could place the car where you wanted to.
So what happened here is Faz is still on the wets with some other drivers around him on dry. So there was a bit of a gamble with that pit stop with the safety car. Some drivers definitely coming out on slicks, where others elected to stay on the wets. Faz elected to stay on the wets.
So Clarkie's pulled out to a 9-second lead now, guys.
Yep. So here's Roy. Roy's just coming onto the start-finish straight. Whilst Mark Houghton is...
So Roy's last lap was a 28.047, and we'll wait till Mark comes across. His was a 33.212. So Laura Mackey said, I won't have nothing to do with that. He's pitted for his set of dries. So Horton's last lap was a 31.26. So there's Clarkie out there pulling 28s and the rest of the field pulling 31s. So
Roy has done a lot of official races with wet rain.
has he?
Yeah, wet and dry tracks, yes.
Yeah. So that's obviously helping out a lot.
That was a hip and shoulder there from Reg on someone.
Just jump back at this battle. So this is Pete Baxter with Richard Barella and Brenton O'Brien. Ahead, Darren Crosby behind. Let's compare Peter Baxter with Peter Baxter. No, let's compare...
Yeah, Pete against Pete. How's he doing against himself there, Brett?
No idea.
pretty similar pace, I think.
Okay, so we got Vargs up to third, O'Brien up behind him. Borello doing really well in fifth spot there.
Yeah.
Clark holds the fastest lap of 128.024 that I can see.
Yep. Okay, Clarkie's pitted. Horton,
Yep, they're all
Varga,
in.
they're all in.
So
Was that a
I
yellow?
think from memory,
Yeah,
this is
it was
our second safety car.
Yeah.
So if I only knew, or had someone that knew why the safety car came out, they could remind us.
Okay, I'll have a quick little look for you, sir.
Well, the guy's sitting here in chat, so he can tell us.
What lap are we on here?
This is the second safety car.
Lap 16. Thanks.
Lap
So
16.
blown engine, I think.
Luke.
Mark Isle is parked off on the side of the road
Oh, that's right.
with a blown engine.
Where are we?
I think that. Pretty sure it's this one.
Yep, Mark Dale's currently towing.
All right.
Yeah, Mark. Yep. Sorry.
Scotty Weston now leading the race with Vargs, and Simon Farrington, who decided not to come in, I don't think, is up to third. And then we got Healy in fourth, Sanford in fifth, Linster in sixth, Matty in Vanderkran in seventh, Hoffy in eighth, Horton in ninth, and Clarkie's dropped down to 10th.
Yeah, so this is where you've got Roy's come in and he's had to do his... what has he had to do? He's...
What's some dry...
well, he's had to take a CPS, so he got to come in at some point. He was already on dries, so he probably doesn't necessarily need new tyres, but definitely had to come in and grab some fuel.
Yeah.
So...
he's come in early.
as much as you might be able to go the whole distance if your tyres are holding up, you still can't do it from the point of view of the CPS and the need for fuel. So here's Scotty Weston behind our safety car.
It was only 70% tank.
Yeah.
70%. Oh, 70% refill. I don't know. Like, do you know if that was a cut-off point? Lap 16, 17?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
I think
haven't.
you could fill up on you only needed 108 litres, 107 litres, so
Yeah.
lap 2 you could have got home.
Oh, okay.
At the worst case. There's only
Okay.
one CPS. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the guys
What
have.
made it very interesting is with the wet weather, everyone was going a lot slower. So the fuel burn was
Oh, yeah.
a lot lower. And as the track's drying up here, with the dry tyres, the fuel burn is a lot higher. So you might find a couple of people that might need to do a late splash and dash, bit of underfield.
I can hear a bit of fuel saving going on in the
Simon,
background.
So Simon Farrington's found himself in the second spot now, so this is going to be interesting.
So
He's up
Simon,
a couple.
so Simon's still running. I think still on wets as well. I think Simon's staying out, running as long as he could. And I think our safety car is about to start pulling away from the fields. There it goes.
We're going to watch Simon here because I got a feeling he's going to be swamped.
On board with Simon Farrington.
Yeah.
Safety car still yet to jump.
You don't really see how wet the track is until you go into that in-car.
Yeah.
And there's here a bit of car going off track behind. Going to quickly see if I can fix this livery.
Yeah, I was going to say, mine's got his...
Yeah, it was right before. I don't know why it's misbehaving now.
All right. No, we got another lap by the looks.
Got another lap to go.
Yep, safety car should be in this lap.
Next lap. Yeah, this lap. Yeah, that's right. Look.
Alright, so whilst we're still in the safety car, I'm just going to take this opportunity to quickly jump to an ad for RaceKraft.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Right.
Now we're back. Just took that opportunity to refresh some liveries, so you can now, Faz is currently wearing the proper war paint.
Yes.
Safety car has pulled away, so we're about to go green.
So if you pull up your pit stop strategies, Bruce, it's not going to work properly.
It might.
All right,
Let's have a look in a minute. There we
yeah,
go.
yeah, when it
away.
gets- all right. Simon's got Healy on dries and it's just gone straight past him on turn 1.
Yep. So,
And so was Sanford.
so those wets really not working.
This point of the race, I
Oh.
think.
Jumped on board with Roy Clark.
Oh, he's getting bullied now. Oh, he's getting really bullied. He's trying to stay out the way.
Yep.
There goes Roy. Who's behind Roy? Matty
Vanderkrant.
Yeah. Simon doing a good job here. Not getting collected. Oh, he just got a knock to the front. Small little dent on the nose cone.
I can hear someone going off.
Got Mr. Crosby up behind him now.
Let's just jump back a little bit. On board with Adrian Seal.
Really? Was he in 10th at the moment?
Yep, Adrian's in P10.
A long line behind Simon. Oh, someone's peeled off into the pits. Who was that?
I'm not sure, but Simon stayed out.
Simon stayed out again. Wow, he's got a knock
Just
to
a
the
little bit of
front.
contact. He's off.
Yeah, he's off.
Which he's kicking himself for not changing them tyres.
Yeah. Right, so up the front we got Scotty and Hills is hot in pursuit.
Yep. Just going to have a look at this
Clark
battle for the
that
lead.
restart,
Yep.
He's already up six positions.
Yep.
Already up to P4.
Yeah, so Roy's really on it. So we've got the two EWT cars out front. You've got Scotty Weston out front from Craig Healy.
Oh, Dave Kelly just got pushed into the wall. Oh, two of them come together.
Let's just quickly jump back if I can find him.
Just make sure I'm live. No, I think that went straight to lap 20, Bruce. What lap are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Here's Roy in P4 and Jeff Sanford up ahead of him.
It's definitely coming. Two EWT cars at the front, teaming up, first and second. Looking pretty sharp up the front there too.
Yeah, the data's not behaving. So there you go, looks like Roy's pulled 6/10 on Jeff Sanford in that last lap. In the middle sector anyway. Losing a bit at the first and the last, but he's working really well through that middle sector. I'll carry on
He's done
board
the
with
fast.
Jeff.
He's done the fastest lap so far. Hoffy's done a 26.5. Clarky's done a 27. I know. I don't trust my data. Better not read that.
Matty Vanderkrant, currently in P5, chasing down Roy Clark. Although Matty was half a second slower than Roy on that previous lap. So the split 3 driver outperforming the split 1 driver.
Now we got most of the guys on dries here. And this is where it gets tricky if they hit a wet patch. Oof. Having a look at some in-car footage, and those puddles look still quite deep.
So Darren Crosby currently holding the fastest laps. Let's jump on board with him. There's a couple of cars back behind that leading pack at front. It's chasing down Ray Smith. Meanwhile, Peter Baxter has gotten past Simon Farrington. And Chris Blanchard is all over the back of him as well. So those Faz still yet to stop, I think.
Bad man.
Holding out for a hero, also known as a safety car. On those wets, they must be absolutely torched by now.
Healy keeping Scotty Weston honest up the front.
Now the problem here is the guys on slicks, they still a couple of damp patches so where they can't go offline. As Faz finally pulls off to go and grab some wets. Here's a great battle up front between Peter Morris, Steve Kennedy, Mark Houghton. Andrew Listener and Richard Barella. So it's all going up here.
Well, there's a pack of them, isn't there?
Yep. And I think they want fish for dinner.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Now,
you can still see a bit of water coming up off those rears, you know.
so we can't show gaps, but what we can show is positions and splits.
What lap are we on now?
I'm not sure.
I've got it at 23.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I was going to say
23 of 42,
42.
so halfway.
Oh, nice move up the inside there.
As Mark Houghton makes the move on Peter Morris.
Been very quick in split 3 this season, Mark Hort. So it's Ray Smith, but he seems to be a bit quiet tonight, Ray. He's not monstering the field like he normally does.
So Peter Morris, normally a split 4 driver, if my data is correct.
Who's that?
Peter Morris in the Fisher car is normally a split 4
Is that
driver.
right?
For what I think.
It's going well.
Did extremely well.
I see you got the splits up the top there underneath their names.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Meanwhile, out front, Roy Clark hasn't been able to get past Jeff Sanford. He's sitting in 4th. And Scotty Weston and Craig Healy are doing the whole teammate thing. Running in the 1-2 out front. In the EWT Mustangs.
they are going so well.
Both did a great job.
Got a handy little lead. We've got about, was that just over a 4-second lead from Healy to Stanford in third.
Matty Vanderkrant just sitting there.
In fifth spot.
Fifth stop behind Ray Smith. Now Roy Clark has managed to make the move on Jeff Sanford. Jeff also having a great run. So we have a split 4 driver in P4, split 3 driver in P3.
Poor old Simon, talk about chocolates to boiled lollies. He's sitting in second spot. And he's down now in 30. Where's Simon?
So here you go, Brad. Our first split one driver is Matty Vanderkrant in P5.
Yep.
Then Darren Crosby, and then Steve Kennedy. So split 3 currently leading the charge from split 2 ahead of split 3 and then split 4. So these track conditions definitely mixing it up.
Yeah, I thought Jeff was split 4.
Yeah.
He's having an awesome run.
He's doing a great job. They're coming up to lap.
Track conditions made a very difficult job to even think about making a pass unless the car sort of ran wide like that. Because the moment you got offline with the dry tyres, it was a big issue.
Ooh,
You're going to puddle you off the roads.
So, Brad, have you had a race in the wet yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
You done any practice?
Done a little bit of practice.
Ooh. What about you, Luke? Have you had a run in the wet yet?
No races. I've had a little bit of a practice in there.
Yeah, no. I think the first time my iRacing seen the wet was tonight when we're doing the broadcast.
So here we've got Andrew Lister. Sorry, I was going to say we've got Andrew Lister all over the back of Rick Viger. The battle for P24 and 25.
Scotty Weston, what are you doing, my friend? Scotty's just had a big slide out in second spot.
Let's go back up and have a look. Yeah, that gap between 1 and 2 is well and truly opened up. Roy Clark now all over the back of P2 Scotty Weston.
That corner was a shocker. I think there's a fair bit of debris on that too, which it's a hard corner to take in the dry, let alone. That's that one that goes up and down on the little back straight.
Yeah, so one thing we definitely noticed, there's this pocket, you can see there's little damp edges on the track. And there's one in particular coming up here. Just here on the left, as they come down here, there's that puddle there, which has definitely caught a few drivers out.
Oh yeah, you just sit on the actually all the way up that edge, Bruce.
Just jump back. Little Scotty Weston pops off the track. Is Roy going to make the move? It's definitely all over the back of him.
It's got the run.
Scotty's got the line.
Scotty's got the line. Can you hold him off? There is a hungry pack.
Yep.
Coming up behind you.
And that pack includes this Matty Vanderkrant. Flying the flag for split 1. Jeff Sanford looking to take no prisoners.
Ray Smith in behind.
Yep.
They're hanging on as well.
Let's just have a look down the back. Will Mariner running, slowly recovering, back up to P31. Simon Farrington, similar. Really suffering from that late pit stop.
Yeah.
This is Rick Viger All behind Matty Parker and
Oh,
Daryl
there's
Callahan. So, there we go. Just quickly go back
Oh,
and have a look
Andrew,
at that. I just want to show you
caught
what
back
happened.
Off the track.
that corner again.
So this is what we were talking about. You
Touch
watch.
the puddle.
Yep.
I think.
So Andrew's coming over in slicks. He comes through. Understeers a little bit wide. Straightens it up. Hits
Look at the water coming.
Hits the puddle. And
round she goes.
he won't be the last person to do that, that's for sure.
Well, we've already seen a couple go off.
He's
It's
done
nice.
well.
Nice
Done
vibe.
done very well not to hit the wall there.
That was some good driving.
Yeah.
Nice vibe racing to put a damp spot like there too.
Yeah.
Just quietly.
So
Definitely
Matty Parker
mixed it up.
on the back of Daryl Callahan. And right ahead of those we have Dave Galley, who is
Oh, see the what? Another one in the wet patch.
watching John Van Ree. Let's just quickly jump on John and jump back. So John just puts on the damp patch, round he goes.
Just put a little bit too much foot into it, I think.
Yep.
Someone missing their front bumper.
Yep. Looking a bit worse for wear. Meanwhile, let's go back up the front again.
Reaches in 20.
So this is Zippy Zeal ahead of Jeff. So Jeff's slowly dropping back.
That's still sterling effort.
Oh, like I said, just definitely flying the split floor flag. Meanwhile, out front,
Go split three. Go split three.
Matty Vanderkrant. And so seeing some massive changes in the timing tower. I think it's just the data though. Craig Healy currently leading. Scotty Weston in P2. And Matty Vanderkrant.
Oh, there's a damaged car. Is that
Sarah
Pete?
Crosby and Ray Smith. So that's Pete Kelleher limping back.
I did see his front wheel trying to do a figure eight. That's how bad it was.
Something's also happened to Roy. He's dropped back to P8.
He was in third, wasn't he?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Roy fell victim to the puddle as well, from memory. There's a whole swag of drivers that were making a very similar mistake.
Yeah, Roy lost at same spot.
Yep.
I'm just viewing it now. That one corner.
Yep.
Of all corners too, it's most probably the most difficult corner out the track.
Yep. So Matty Vanderkrant out in P3.
Jeff up in the background.
Yeah. Very easy to do.
He dropped.
I'm just trying to find this.
Oh,
Let's see what happened to Chris Blanchard. Let's just go back and have a look. Yeah, but there was a netcode hit on Chris.
Very unfortunate.
haven't seen much of that this season.
And Matty Vanderkrant as well has dropped down the order. Let's quickly see if we can jump back and see what happened to Matty. So he was in P3. There's that Jeff incident. You saw Jeff going very wide. So Matt was running in P3. Try and see if we can pick up what happened.
I think it's a puddle again.
I'm guessing so. So going on board, you can hear Matt is fuel saving quite dramatically. Comes around. Nope. Maybe it was just a timing glitch.
So I've still got him in P3.
Yeah.
Scotty Weston P2. Craig Healy leading. Scotty Weston P2. Matty Vandergrand P3.
Yep.
Crosby. Ray Smith. Zippy Zeal. Roy Clark. Jeff Stanford. Mark Houghton and Wade Reynolds. P10.
Yep. So there's still a bit of moisture out on the track, that's for sure.
There's one driver in that top 10 that's not supposed to be there.
Only one.
No, Jeff. No, Jeff's doing really well. Look at that. Have you got any idea what lap we're on, Bruce?
No, you can tell me.
No, because I went forward and back, I lost my spot.
Lap, can't tell.
31, 32, something like that.
Yeah, I've got 32, but I don't think it's 100%.
Lap 32. There you go. Let's bring the UI on.
Okay.
So 10 laps to go. Darren Crosby. All over the back of Matt Vanderkrant.
Actually, that's it. Yeah.
So split one drivers slowly climbing up. That sent Craig Healy still out in front from Scotty Weston. So split three, flying the flag.
Oh, split three.
Jeff Sanford flying the flag for split floor in P8. We're on board now with Peter Morris in P11.
He split four. That's an awesome effort.
Yep.
And look, and the next one's Bruce Galloway. Oh, he just disappeared.
Yep. Jumping in the lane. Oh. Reg James is passing a lap car.
Yeah, Luke, after you calling the first couple of races this season, Craig Healy's been really going well.
No, he has. He's been going really well. Surprised me. This was my actual first time of running race control on my own because Scotty's away.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Craig, even last Monday at Bathurst, had a great run. Him and Zilly went toe-to-toe. It was great to watch.
He's definitely driving well up the front there.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did say he had a bit more time to get behind the wheel.
Yeah, well, laps around here, especially with these conditions.
And in these cars, you know.
Yeah, they're different.
I mean, we've done 10.
Different animal to drive.
Yeah, what are we, 12 races in with them now? So, you know, it's not like we're all veterans in these Gen 3s.
So these cars are all about balance, basically.
Adrian Zeal all over the back of split
Matty.
once Matt Vandergrant.
And we estimate his fuel saving, aren't we?
We don't estimate. We go on board with Matt Vanderkrant. You can definitely hear it. If I can just get my mouse over there. So we go on board. And just listen to a lap of fuel saving Matt Vanderkrant. So it's normal through here. Normal through here as well.
Stay away from the puddle.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there's one there. There's one there. One there.
Very slow on the throttle.
There's a big one there.
Big coast. Back on for a bit of engine braking.
Oh, geez, there's one on the exit there too.
Yep, puddles everywhere.
It's like a minefield.
And on the right, Adrian Zeal making the move.
Yeah. What's that put him up to?
Up the inside.
Yeah, I'd say, I get the feeling Matty let him through then.
Yeah. Yeah, so Matty's all there. He's already clutching all the way down here. Bit of engine braking.
Something happened to Matty early in the race?
I think
No, we did.
Go, Ed.
Go on, Bruce. No, you go, Bruce.
No, well, basically we just think he just underfueled. So we looked at the pit stop times. He took about 6 litres less than the cars around him.
Yep.
It's either that or Zippy's just quick.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, that wasn't the case.
I'd say it more or less probably come down to the slow times with the wet.
Yeah,
tyres.
Another
at the start.
big lift. Big clutch.
No doubt he.
Another one
'cause
there.
His stop sign,
It's
stop.
still rolling.
time.
Still rolling. There he has finally brought the engine back in.
was quite a bit shorter than the guys around him.
Go back
Yeah,
on board with
fuel.
Roy Clark.
Bruce, you said the iRacing refuel got updated, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. That code got completely pulled out and rewritten, apparently.
Yeah, because it does the last 10 laps now, based
Yep.
on. Yeah. Which is going to make it interesting for these races that do go wet than dry. Isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Especially with one pit stop.
Find yourself running short.
Yeah.
Fuel burn between the wet to the dry was close to half a litre.
Well, look at the times they're pulling now,
So,
Brad. You know, guys are in the 27s, 26s, and at the start they were in the 33s, 34s, 35s.
John Van Ree looking a little worse for wear.
It's like you need two numbers rolling in your head these days.
John's got some forced air there.
Yep. Let's just walk our way forward. This is Derek Lovegrove behind Rich James.
I'm talking about Luke. How's AJ going at the moment, Bruce?
It's a good question. AJ is currently sitting in pit lane.
Ah,
Yeah, he's been having a few issues lately that he's
Yeah.
trying to sort out.
One
so
driver.
did he finish the race tonight?
I'm not sure. One driver that isn't
Not
sitting
sure.
in. One driver that isn't sitting in pit lane is this guy, Adrian Zeal.
Up to fifth, having a sterling run.
What's he got in his bonnet there?
It's got a lunch.
It's a big.
It's a big chicken
It's a big chicken
Led by-
of the male variety.
led by a farmer.
Yeah, right.
It's a big chicken, okay?
It's leading his big rooster around.
Oh,
It's
Mark's
Craig
going
Healy.
around.
Yeah.
Looks like he's lost the front end.
Mark's lost the front
His
end
car.
and the bonnet.
I think the bonnet's actually in his car at this stage.
Right. Craig, lap 37, so 5 to go. Craig
He's still
Healy.
leading.
Leading.
Unreal.
Doing a great job.
This is
Bit of hard charging.
This
Darren
is-
Crosby, come on.
Oh, yeah. So we did drag Healy up for a bit of a chat.
Why
Over
did
the first yellow.
what? Oh yeah, no, Zealy, yeah.
Yeah, Zilly, and we'll give him some pointers. So,
And he decided
Remember-
to not follow the pointers we gave him, just as he shouldn't have.
we say,
But he
stay
said,
out as long
stay as long as you can. And no, I'm pitting. And he goes.
as.
That said, though, he's doing quite well. Although I'll say he could have probably won it if he followed our strategy. But so Matty Vanderkrant is still here in P7, sitting behind Roy Clark.
Doing really well considering he's
I think
conserving
Sippy,
fuel.
forgot to take his finger off the mic button there at one stage and told everyone his pit strategy.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
And
That's when he was having a chat to us. Oh,
Yep.
two more guys coming
Oh,
off
here we go.
that dreaded corner.
Scotty Weston and
It's Scotty again, has it?
yep,
It
let's
has
just
to.
quickly jump back and have a look and see what happens.
oh, we got Weston into the wall.
Yeah, is it that spot again?
Yep.
Yep. Just going to take this back
You'd think it would have dried out by now.
and have a look and see what happened.
Oh,
Work this in the slow-mo.
Up and over. Run a little bit wide.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's running a bit
There.
Into
wide.
the water.
Yeah.
That's it in mirror.
Oh, that's really spun him, didn't it?
Yep. So that's a mirror image of the exact same thing that's been catching those other drivers out.
It's like it's got a painted surface, that ripple strip with water on it.
Yep. And what we missed behind was there was another car that came straight in after him. They did the exact same thing.
I think because that corner's blind too as you go up over the crest.
Well, there's nothing easy there. It's a pretty hard corner to take in the dry.
Yeah.
Let alone the
Yeah.
wet.
So let's just go through where we are. Craig Healy's still out in front. Darren Crosby in P2. Behind a gaggle of back markers. Zippy Zeal. For the guy who's never driven in the wet before tonight. Sitting in P3. Go back to Ray Smith, P4. Roy Clark, P5. Scotty Weston now behind these two.
Oh, Ray. I'm a bit early, but Ray's just started off.
Let's have a look. This is Ray Smith.
Might have been a little bit early. Just keep an eye on it.
So I think lap 39, so 3 laps left to go.
Yeah,
It's Ray's in third at the moment. I was going to say it might have been then, Bruce.
Yeah, I was going to say, was it a change in...
Ooh.
Some data's bouncing around a little bit.
He's just quietly gone about his business tonight, Ray, and he's in a podium position.
Yep. This lap and 2 more.
Have you got a gap between Darren and Craig?
Nope, I have no gaps, unfortunately. So I reckon it's about that, which is super helpful. Let's try and just put this on a static camera. There's P1, there's P2. Oh no, P1's there. P2 is where?
P2's right
Right there.
Behind Mark Doyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
So here's our gap. There's our leader. And there's P2.
And Mark letting the quicker guy through.
And let's try and see where Zippy is. Just there. So there's the gap to P3. So there's P1, P2, P3 are all within the length of that one straight.
I think
Darren.
Ray's still in front of Zippy.
No, on recording.
So no, I think Zippy's got past him. I think.
No, it's gone back again. Your funny timing zone.
Oh yeah, you are correct.
That's a close battle, isn't it? P3.
Yep.
Zippy wearing him like a glove.
On our second last lap. Oh, and Ray's run wide,
Oh no.
allowing
He's got him.
Zippy on that final step of the podium as they come on to what I make to be the white lap, the white flag lap.
Oh. Wow. Very uncharacteristic of Ray at the moment. Oh. Someone else on turn one. Wonder how the tyres were feeling at this stage.
Oh, they're probably okay, to be honest, because it's
Pretty dry. Cool.
it's only a 20 lap run. It's pretty cool.
A lot of them come in on lap 16, Ruth.
You know, the lap times, they're all like 26, 27, so
It's not too bad.
not setting the world on fire, but doing what needs to be done.
I think there was another blown motor on the last lap, and a few people
Whoa.
slowly running out of fuel.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. So here's Craig Healy coming
This man
past
still-
a bit of broken car from someone.
He's got Darren right up his clacker. And at that last corner,
Yeah. So if my data is correct, that is the end of the race.
and it was a 0.15 the difference. Zero. Yeah. Was there another zero in there, Bruce?
Probably.
That's how close it was, guys. A bumper.
It's Roy Clark, P5. Scott Weston. Mark Houghton. Wade Reynolds. Here's the fuel-saving Matt Vanderkraan in P9.
He did a pretty good job when you think about it.
Here comes Pete Baxter in P11. Lon Mackay will be next.
He was up and down his night.
In P12. Actually, he's not because he ran out of fuel, as you said. Jeff Stanford getting him on the line. Richard Barella. Peter
Got another one.
Morris.
Oh, another one. Jason having a
Jason.
better run tonight.
So here's Peter Morris, Joseph Granshaw, Andrew Hoffman, Derek Lovegrove, Reg, Rick Vigar. They're coming across the line now. Andrew Listener, Chris Blanchard. So
Yeah, look, Johnny done quite well.
through the damage. A lot of broken cars coming across.
A lot of very uppy down night guys up the top. Come,
Crazy little racetrack,
Oh, yeah. And
especially
pay
with
for
the
your race.
weather.
Yeah.
So that,
I think
as they say, I think there's still some cars coming across the line. That's pretty much it. So if we go to our race results, that's not them, because that's the
That's
practice results. So here's our race results after 40 laps.
There
Craig
you go.
Healy taking the win from... actually, now I've got gaps. Typical.
Yes.
So Craig Healy, 0.1, so 1.5 tenths across the line from Darren Crosby. Adrian Zeal in P3, Ray Smith P4, Roy Clark P5, Scotty Weston, then Mike Houghton, Wade Reynolds, Matt Vandergreen, Steve Kennedy running out the 10. And if this may or may not work, if I bring up the championship standings, Matt Vandergreen unofficially currently leading
By 2 points.
from Craig Healy, Adrian Zeal, Roy Clark, Wayne Reynolds, Hoffy in P6, Steve Kennedy P7, Chris Blanchard ahead of Dean Flavel, and Lorne McKee bringing out the top 10, not counting penalties and those sorts of things. So, on behalf of Luke Alman, Brad Doble, Ed Cullen, and myself, Bruce McLeod, thank you all for watching the second run through of this race. This one, hopefully, with a slightly larger audience than the first time we did it this evening. Thoughts, gentlemen, before we go home?
Fantastic race. Very interesting. Not boring.
Yeah, definitely not boring. So, Luke, you survived.
Yeah, it certainly was a very busy night, but we got through and it was good driving by all.
And we can look forward to a very dry, boring, no, maybe not boring, but definitely a very dry race this Thursday. With that, I'm going to draw this to a close, and I will see you all next week or whenever the next 50s is. Thanks, gentlemen.
There, everyone.
Yes.
Hey, all.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.